Hi everyone, this is Tara with Handmade by Tera, and I've decided to do an impromptu weaving session today. And I also had a request to see a couple of my items, so I figured I'd do it all at once. Come join me, join in the chat. Let me know you're here. I'd love to hear from you. Say hi in the comments, and I'd really appreciate it. Before we get started, just wanted to show you what I have left of all my masks. The other day I had 14. I'm down to 7. They're going very quickly, and it's rather surprising how quickly they have gone. But these are what I have in stock. The only man size I have is camo, but then I have purple, heather green, actually it's a sparkle purple, red, country blue, royal blue, burgundy. Yep, that's it. So if you don't know what these are crocheted masks. Hey Kim, how are you? These are crocheted masks with cotton backing. It's a double thick cotton fabric with a pocket, so you can add more filter if you'd like. I've had more people tell me how much they love these masks because they're not as heavy on the face, they're comfortable on the ears, and they're breathable. That's the big thing. People keep saying they're breathable, and I have found that to be the same too. But they're available on my website. You can just hit the Shop Now button and you can find them there. But that's the masks. I had a woman contact me yesterday asking if I had any hats. She had lost her hat. And she said she had pom-pom hat, and she was trying to see what pom-pom hats I had in stock. So I told her I'd include that in my live today. First one is, it's got grays. Let's see, it's a double thick rim. It's double thickness on the rim, but regular knit on the top. And it's got a gray pom-pom, a very light gray pom-pom, and it's different shades of gray. Very comfortable, cozy. Can be worn if you want to put the edge up so it's worn tighter, or it can be worn slouchy. Really cute that way. All of these hats are $32, including shipping to your house as well as sales tax. So the first one I have is a gray. Then I've got some blues. Again, this is a double thickness brim that can be curled up, and it's striped blues with a blue pom-pom. So it can be worn slouchy or with a brim, a folded up brim. Next one is like a denim blue, again with a double thickness. Yeah, this is a double thick brim as well, with a gray and black pom-pom. So that's kind of cute. The next one, this is a bulky hat, and this would be worn as a slouchy, and it's a cream colored with a pink pom-pom. So girly, really adorable. And again, these are all $32, including shipping and sales tax. And the last one I had, she had said she had a brown jacket. And so I was thinking, well, I've got this brown hat. It's more of a rust on one side, rust and white and cream. And I was thinking with a white pom-pom would look really cute. But I can always add that on there. And if you didn't want the pom-pom, it's reversible as well. So you can, or I can put the pom-pom on this side. So it would be tan with a white pom-pom with the rust-colored brim. So those are the hats. Guess it's time to just start weaving, because I felt a need to weave today and had some distressing news, and I just needed to get onto something that I can just focus on and not have to dwell on that. So I figured, why not do some weaving? Got all my business work done today, and I planned on weaving anyways, but having this live kind of makes it even more important to talk to my friends and see how everybody else is doing. So first thing I'm going to do is get my shuttle going again, because on the last Saturday when I did my weaving, I finished up the shuttle, so I'm going to start a new one. And I've had requests to do the entire scarf on a live, so I figured it'd get really boring to watch it every Saturday, so I figured if I can do one in the middle of the week, that might be a little break. Because I'm hoping to do some marbling in the near future. I need to do another marbling session. And what other things would you like to see me work on? Would you like to see how I knit? Or see how I crochet or whatever? Just let me know. I'm just trying to get ideas. I have friends tell me I need to do a YouTube channel. I don't know if I can do that or not. Oh, and today I'm wearing one of my silk scarves again. It's a water marble. This one is a white with pink, purple, and yellow on it. And the scarves are again available on the website by hitting the Shop Now button or going to handmadebytera.com and hit shop, and you can find them there as well. How you doing, Raven? This always takes so long, but it keeps the pattern going if I pull a bunch out and then wind from the outside in. Okay, back to weaving. Now the last time we were here, I had a little bit left. I had enough to go 1.5. So I'll do up because I was at the opposite or the right hand side. So I'll do the up, go across, at an angle, and then tamp down. Then go down, and this one's going to be the one where I go partial. I'll just leave that little tail hanging there and start the next shuttle. I'm going to overlap them some, not a ton, but just enough to catch it in there good. No, that's not enough. And then I beat it down. Actually, I think I want to tighten this a little bit. It's kind of hard to see the colors in the project. Okay, what colors there? Let me see if I could change the lighting and see if that helps at all. Let's see. Does that help at all? It's got black, white, and then different shades of gray. So it's a pretty bland coloring. I guess I didn't pick a good coloring for the weaving. But Raven, let me know if those colors can show up a little bit better now. It's hard to get the right angle. I've got a better camera coming. They're hard to find right now, so I'm using my phone. So what is everybody doing right now? Are you working? Are you just hunkering down in place? Can't wait till Virginia opens up again. I'm getting real tired of cooking meals. I really want to go out to eat. Noticing this needs to be lined up a little bit better. If they're not lined up, eventually it's going to drop one of the lines down. Oh good, I'm glad that worked a little bit better. The reason why I made them a little less bright on me, I noticed when I was doing my last video, the light was so bright that it actually washed me out when I was talking. But yeah, it's probably better to have a little bit brighter on the weaving. Raven, have you ever tried weaving before? I'm just gonna keep going back and forth. And if you have any questions, let me know. You've been knitting dishcloths. Okay, great. Oh, your first baby blanket knit. Nice. What colors are you using? I can't remember the last time I knit a baby blanket. I've got, well, obviously I've been crocheting masks galore, but I've also had a woman contact me and has put in a special order for a sloth succulent plant holder, I guess you'd call it. So I'm going to give that a try. And then another woman has asked me to make a dog sweater for her, but she's got a tiny little Dotson, a little 10-pound Dotson. So she said she wanted it kind of funky, but it's a girl, so she wanted like dinosaur spikes, but girly. So I did. I'm going to do purple sweater with lavender dinosaur spikes. I just thought that'll be adorable. Raven, it's just the next thing you'll start doing. I know it. You want to start weaving. It just becomes a natural progression. I always said I would never spin, never. Why would anybody spin? Guess what? I spin. I said, why would anybody knit socks? Oh my gosh, I love knit socks. Said I would never weave. Well, guess what? I'm weaving. Now, I haven't gone with the big floor looms or anything, but I'm weaving. And I like this size loom, and maybe a little bit bigger too, just because I like to do accessories. I don't need to do big fabric to make a coat or anything like that. I like to just do small accessories. I think this will make a nice scarf. And it's a unisex scarf because of the gray and black. So men wouldn't mind wearing it either. And this yarn is so soft. I'm using Mandela yarn. And if you're just jumping on, say hi, so I know you're here. Yeah, I said I had gotten some distressing news. My mom just called me. Dad's in the hospital again. He's had health issues for several years now, and he's back in again. And so good juju would be good out there. So send some good vibes Dad's way. But he did test negative for corona. So he doesn't have the Rona. Yeah, okay, your baby blanket's yellow, green, let's see, yellow, green, white. I think I'm doing okay. I'm sure you're doing great. Knitting just takes me a little bit longer. See, I'd take a little bit longer with crochet. You're super fast with crochet. I take longer with crochet. Knitting, I can do with my eyes closed. As long as it's not a fancy pattern or anything, if it's just straight knitting, I can do that with my eyes closed, and I have. husband has hit me. He's like, "You're sleeping." I'm like, "No, my eyes are just closed." He's like, "No, you were actually snoring." I'm like, "Well." This particular loom, you're asking how much, or are looms expensive? You can get all kinds of looms. This particular loom, which is the Shock Cricket, it's about $180. It's a 10-inch cricket, but you can buy them used. I bought mine new, but you can buy them used. My first loom that I got was a Spears loom. It was a toy out of England from the 50s, and that's what I started weaving on first. And I learned a lot from that. And I paid $35 on Etsy, including shipping. So it can be done inexpensively. You can start weaving inexpensively. And then I have that Spears loom, which is an 18-inch loom. This loom is a 10-inch loom. But as you see, I only use about 8 inches anyways. And then I have a I had an unusual situation where I was doing a show and I had a woman ask me, "Hey, you want a bigger loom?" And when she told me, I told her, yeah, I said, "Well, I'm listening. What do you have?" And she said, "Basically, it's the same thing you have right there, but a lot bigger." And it turns out it's made by the same company, Shock, but it is a 32-inch loom. 32 or 36, I'm not sure. I haven't measured it. We're on a stand, and it folds vertically so it can be put against the wall. And she wanted what she paid for it. And that was, she paid $15. So I got a loom, a Shock loom for $15. So I'm pretty happy. How are you doing today, Kim? I've had fun learning to weave. There are a lot of good books out there. Again, I'm totally self-taught. I never take classes. I should, but I never do. I just try to figure it out myself, because I find that I learn the most by trial and error. See how the rhythm could just become therapeutic? And that's why I really needed to do some weaving today. Just immerse myself in the art. What do you do, Kim? You said it's quiet at work. So what do you do? I'm a bookkeeper. I've been a self-employed bookkeeper for the last 16 years. I go to different clients' offices once or twice a week. I have some clients I just jump on their computer remotely. And I've just found a good niche for me. When my kids were young, it was great because they would be able to go to work with me. And all my clients, if they knew when they were young that my kids would be with me. And it worked out perfectly for me. My younger one, he had acid reflux really bad, so it was necessary for me to work from home. No daycare would have ever taken him. But he's outgrown that. And now he's 18 years old. Oh. Getting ready to graduate high school. It's hard to believe the time flies. They haven't told us what they're going to do for graduation with us. Oh, you're a payroll account manager. So you know what I'm talking about. Do Do you work for just one company or for several companies? I'm fortunate enough to have the job that I do that I'm able to do to still be working right now. I've had a couple of clients that it's affected pretty bad, and so hopefully they're all going for the PPP and get the help to keep themselves above water during this trying time. I was saying my son graduates this year from high school, and it doesn't bother him. It really doesn't. He's like, I don't care if we have graduation, but as a mom, you really want to see your kid walk across that stage. You just need to see it, and you need to see that handshake with the principal, and so you can say, yes, we did it. And we can't have a party, and it's so distressing to me. You were very fortunate, Kim, to be able to have a job that you were able to telework from the beginning. That's great. So it's not any different for you. That's pretty cool. I have one husband. Of course I have one husband. I have a husband and a son that work together. And they are in an essential business, I guess they call it. And so they're working. And my younger one, he's working, and he works in restaurants, so he's working. So we were fortunate that everybody stayed employed. And my clients are hanging in there, so I'm still able to work. And then, of course, I have my passion, I should say, of the fiber arts. And those masks have been so extremely popular. I've had more people. I had a woman, actually 2 women, purchase them last week. Got them on Friday. Friday night they were ordering more. That made me feel so good. I'm so glad I was able to find a design that was comfortable and breathable. I'm really happy with them. I'm so sorry to hear about your son. I hope he gets his position back soon. And has anybody gotten their stimulus yet? I have not. I finally been checking every other day, seeing if I could go on and see why I haven't, but for the longest time it was giving me an error message that they don't have my information at that time, or eligibility, or whatever it was. And so finally this week I was able to get that to go through, and finally was able to get my banking information in there, so hopefully I'll see the stimulus soon. But I think that was... Oh, take care, Kim. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Check out the looms. You can always... I got mine on Etsy with the woolery, but there's a lot of different places that you can get them. So I'm hoping that the stimulus comes soon. It's just so relaxing to just sit and watch the progression as it goes along, weaving away. Unfortunately, this yarn isn't too exciting to watch changes, but that's okay. I need to pick a better yarn next time. Time to wind. Well, my goal is to get it so I'm almost to the end, and then on Saturday I can do the finishing of it. Oh, I'm glad you got your stimulus, Raven. Did your company keep you on? Are you still on the payroll even though you're stuck at home? And are you trying any new crafts? You said you're doing crafts. I haven't been able to do housework, nothing. Good for you. Put it in savings. Yes. That's how I am. I'm not one. And if I do spend it, it will be to invest so I can make some money on it. And invest in the stock market if I can. Because at least I didn't have to use it for taxes this year. I had enough saved. Because I end up having to pay every year. When you're a 1099 business, you end up having to pay every year. Unless you do estimated, and I don't. Oh well. But I paid my taxes, and so I had enough saved for that, so I was good with that. And so the stimulus will be an extra that I'll be able to sack away. Maybe support some small businesses out there. I think next week is Small Business Week or something like that. Or Small Business Appreciation Week. So yes, get out there, support those small businesses. Like Handmade by Tera. And I have to say, I've had a lot of support this spring. I really, really appreciate it. I had to laugh last week on my live. My dad's new to Facebook, and he calls me up Saturday night. He says, boy, somebody was talking your ear off. What was going on? Were they mad at you? Because he said about the dogs, making their dogs go out. And I said, Dad, that was a live. You were only seeing half of the conversation. You're seeing the comments, but you're not seeing what I'm saying in the live. It was just so funny because he's like, you've really made your neighbor mad. I'm like, no. So you're being paid for the rest of the school year. That's good. You're good through August. Hopefully you guys will be back in session in September. I'm hoping. I know there was a friend of mine who's a bus driver here in Powhatan. She actually went around driving around her route so the kids could see her. I think she was in her car, but she drove around the route and told everybody, send the kids out so I could say hi. And I thought that was really cute. It's got to be difficult for the young ones. How are your young ones handling it, Raven? My 18-year-old's like, it's no different than normal for me because I'd rather be on my computer anyways. See how quickly that shuttle went through? I mean, that was quite quickly. Okay. Oh, really need a little footstool under my legs here. I'm short. Can't wait to get till we get to the darker colors. This had a lot of light color in the middle of it. We're almost to the dark. Yay! And watch that be towards the end of the scarf. Okay. And again, figure 8. Is my background music too loud? That's another question. I'm still trying to figure that out. Timothy misses school? What? He's a boy. He's not supposed to miss school. He misses his friends. He misses lunchtime. We know. You've got sweet children. They are such darlings. What grade is Chelsea in now? Seems like forever ago since I first met you. Well, it was probably 7, 8 years ago. Got a little, hope it's not a knot. No, it doesn't look like it's a knot. Whew, okay. Good. I think today's a pretty gorgeous day. It's in the 70s. I haven't been out there yet because I was working. And then I'm down in my basement. Used to be the guest room. Now it's the D&D room. But I've commandeered it for the weaving room until I finish the scarf at least. And I've got a better camera coming in, so once that comes in, I can start doing lives again in my office. Wow, I pulled that a lot. I didn't realize I pulled out that much. Ninth grade, Timothy. Wow, 9th and 7th grade. So she's a freshman. Oh my goodness. So at least it's not that transition year. They've both gone through their transition years. So it won't be so difficult on them in this fall. And I really hope they go back in the fall. My son he said, if they decide to do online classes, he wouldn't care at all for college. Because he's going to community college. And my older one, he would have not enjoyed that at all. He took one online course and hated it. He needs that interaction. Needs to be a little tighter. Gotta figure out what to make for dinner. Any suggestions? This is the mid-afternoon. What do I plan for dinner? That's another thing. I want to go out to dinner. I'm tired of planning dinners. I asked my husband, I'm like, when restaurants open back up. I said, where do you want to go first? Of course, Hooters. I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting crab legs. And I'm going to just sit there and eat them as slow as I want. Crab legs and wings. That would be good. My choice was going to Texas Roadhouse. I could use a good thick steak. That would be delicious. I have to say, since this all started, I don't know if I've ever left Powhatan County. Since this has all started. I think I have stayed within the county the whole time. So, I do need to venture a little further out. My friends get a kick out of it. They're like, she doesn't go past 288, which is not far from our border, our Powhatan border, towards Richmond. Ooh, latch hook projects. So Raven, you and Chelsea are doing latch hook projects together. Oh, nice. We each have a picture, our own picture to work on. What are the pictures that you were making? I haven't done latch hook since I was a kid. And I got bored. It wasn't quick enough. As you see, I like things that are quick. And I got halfway through a panda, and I was done. That was it. And I did crafts all the time as a kid. If there was a craft, I did it. And if you're new to jumping on, say hi, so I can see you. Tell me how you're doing. I had to laugh also one time when my dad was watching my lives. I said to say hi, and so my mom, I'm talking to her the next day, and she said, did you hear us say hi? I'm like, no, Mom, I don't hear you say hi. You have to write it in. They did not understand that either. That was so funny. I had to laugh because one time when I was doing that live, at the end of it, I saw that Dad was watching. And so I said, love you, Dad. And she's like, we said we love you too. I just thought that was the cutest thing. So Chelsea's doing a butterfly, and you're doing two cats, of course. You're such a cat lover. It's just fun to sit back and relax and just watch the progression as it goes up the loom. Leftover spaghetti. There's nothing better than leftover spaghetti, Raven. I love leftover spaghetti. Last night we had fish, hash browns, and corn. So maybe a pasta would be a good idea. It's my son that lives with us. He is a very picky eater, so... And usually when he's working at the restaurant, he'll come home with food. But if he's not working late enough to be at dinner time, I have to figure out what he'll eat. And it's like, ugh. The other day I cooked Brussels sprouts for the first time. I don't know why I've never cooked them before. Get into such a rhythm of this. It's kind of like when you spin. When you spin yarn, it just becomes just a relaxing rhythm. Maybe that's what I can do, is show you how I spin. I haven't pulled out my reel since January. Holy Toledo. Spinning Guild meetings have been canceled, so that's always my incentive to pull out my wheel. I just haven't had the incentive nor the time. If you're new to jumping in, say hi so I know you're here. And today I'm just weaving on my scarf. Just a rhythmic feel. Little background music, jazz. Tacos. Okay, so Raven, you're making tacos. That sounds good too. Yeah, Raven, I think I will do a spinning. I got to get back into spinning first. I haven't spun in so long. You got to get your legs, your spinning legs back. But it's just something that would be kind of neat to see. People seem to love watching the marbling. I don't see that I've made any mistakes. Once in a while you'll make a mistake, and if you catch it early enough, you can just unweave and fix it. Sometimes you don't catch it early enough. And you have to go back once you're all done and it's off the loom. Actually, no, I do it while it's on the loom if I can. You have to cut around the mistake and weave in to fix the area. I've only had to do that once or twice. I think the one time I had to do it was because the yarn was so fine. So you do like the background music. Is it too loud at all, or is it just right? I can't tell. I've got a little tiny speaker that I use. Don't want it to drown me out, but it's so quiet otherwise. And that was at the suggestion of my son, who has his own YouTube channel, and he's like, "Mom, you need background music." I'm like, "How can I get background music?" He's like, "YouTube, Mom. They have lots of stuff that, uncopyrighted music or non-copyrighted music that you can use." I'm like, okay, and I did, and it was easy to find. This one is just called relaxing jazz music. I can't wait till the hairdressers can open up again too. I was due for a haircut when everything happened. The last time I got a haircut was before I went to New York back in January. And I really need a haircut. I've done 2 bang cuts and it's time. At least I don't color it, so I don't have to deal with that too. And to see how much more I have, I'm almost there, I think. Let's see. Yeah, but feels like doing pretty good. We're almost there. What is Twitch? You said you go on Twitch and watch knitting people? Oh, I'm glad the music's not too loud. There's actually, I've never heard of Twitch. Is that an app or what? I'm really showing my age because I don't know these things. If you're just jumping on, say hi. And now I know when I'm in the down position, my yarn is on the left, and when I'm in the up position, my yarn is on the right. It's just, it doesn't matter whether you're left or right-handed, you can do either way, but you have to be consistent. Finish up this shuttle for today, and then I'll be back here on Saturday, hopefully finishing up the weave and then showing you some finishing techniques. At least again, this is how I weave. Everybody does their own way. Kind of like the tweedy look. There's a little bit of tweedy look in here. It's kind of neat. I never noticed until just now, whatever hand I'm not holding the shuttle is the hand I use to beat down. So I never use the same hand to beat down. So you're saying Twitch is a live feed that people just go on and start doing kind of what I'm doing. Huh. interesting. I bet you that's become really popular with everybody being stuck in their houses. I've heard bad things about TikTok. I don't know exactly what that is either. Let's see. I have been watching Kristen, I think it's Kristen Hampton. She does her, what are they? She tests products, Test Product Tuesday or something like that it's called, where she tries different weird projects or products, and she cracks me up. She's on Facebook. She does Facebook Lives. And if you don't know who she is, you got to look her up. It's Kristen Hampton. And she's out of either North Carolina or South Carolina. And she does these Product Testing Tuesday. That's what it is. Product Testing Tuesday. She does these lives in her carfus, which is her car office. And it is hilarious. She just has the best personality. She cracks me up. And she tries beauty products. I was watching her use a hot dog toaster. And the hot dog toaster cracked me up because she was trying different brands of hot dogs in the hot dog toaster. So you're thinking about soap, candles, and lip balm. Huh. That would be interesting. There's a good soap is always nice to get. And if you're going to do soap, do unique spelling soaps. Don't do your typical. There was a vendor that used to do shows with me at Westchester that had like Mrs. Claus sugar cookie moisturizer. Oh my goodness. Oh, it smelled so good. I love anything that smells like food anyway, so, cookies and stuff like that. I like the food scents. I've never even looked at TikTok. I'm getting this one side a little wonky. It'll all come out in the end though. The whole thing is you don't want it to pull in too much. You want to keep your selvage edge smooth. Raven, are you thinking about doing shows again? If we ever can do shows again? I just ordered, speaking of shows, I just ordered a new rack for the silk scarves. This one is supposed to be, it's a vertical stand and it's got 12 rods that can go 360 degrees around. So I'm thinking I could fit at least 2 or 3 scarves per rod. And that might look kind of cool. I hope it's a pretty sturdy stand. Some people said it was great, other people said it wasn't, so I don't know what to believe. And normally I have paper hanging from the back. And normally I wind that on. But since I'm not moving my loom at all, I just figured I'll just leave it alone. I wind it up and use paper clips to hold the wound part. But since I'm not going anywhere with the loom, it's fine. So the show thing wasn't your thing, huh? But we appreciate you shopping it. I enjoy doing shows. Excuse me. I don't like the setup and the breakdown, but I actually enjoy doing the shows themselves. I love interacting with the people and getting their reactions when they try on things and helping them find the right product for them or for the perfect gift. This past fall, I'll never forget, I had a vendor ask me, I had one of my caught in the act hats, which is a fornicating deer. Okay, it's a funny hat. It's mostly for men, but women like them too. And I did a pink one with white deer or cream colored deer. And I had my vendor neighbor, she said, "Why did you do pink? You're never going to sell that." And I said, "I've sold it before. I'm not going to have a problem selling it." That, at the end of that day, cracked me up because this couple came in and we were talking in the booth and she saw the deer. She says, "Oh my goodness, let me call my daughter. My daughter has a friend who has cancer, breast cancer, or maybe she was a survivor. And she had breast cancer and I don't know if she did or not. Okay. But something with breast cancer. And the fornicating deer is, when you stack two deer on each other. Well, she does that at Christmas time with the deer on her front yard. And she said this will be the perfect gift for her. And that's what I absolutely love, is when the right person finds the right gift for the right person. It just makes me so happy. And then I also love to see my products out in the wild, as I say. Like when I was at King's Dominion, I saw a woman at a distance, and she was wearing a caught in the act hat. And so I went up to her and I said, "Can I ask where you got the hat?" And she says, "I got it from a woman at Westchester Commons in Midlothian." I'm like, that was me. And that just totally cracked me up. I just love to see that. And if I had a brain about me, I could have snapped a picture with us. And it would have been such a great picture because she says, "I absolutely love this hat and I wear it all the time. And I get more comments on this hat." And that just cracks me up. That's what I love. It makes me feel so good to know that people enjoy what I make. So you don't think a show situation is your type of thing. I know you like to meet people, but the show situation's not for you. You can always do online. I have started my shop on my e-booth, and I am thrilled with it. They have been, the owner is Gloria, and she's out of New Orleans. And she just started this back in January. There's not a ton of vendors on there, but if I have a question, I message her and she responds to me. And I absolutely love that because not within an hour, usually less than that. She's fabulous. And if we run into a kink, because of course, it's a new website, so there's always kinks. And if she runs into or if I run into a problem, I let her know, and she tries to address it. And I think that's fabulous, because there's bigger ones, Etsy and all that, or Amazon. I know you wouldn't get that kind of service, and her prices are affordable. And I'm thrilled with it. It's been a good experience for me, and hopefully she will continue to grow, because I'd love to see that website become the new Etsy. If you've been on my website, my shop on my e-booth, tell me what you think. I'm trying to come up with different ways of doing my layout to make it easier for people to find things. And I think I figured out a way, instead of, right now I've got a bunch of listings for the different scarves, and I might change that again, so I can put all the scarves in one listing. So I've discovered with the masks I can do that. All the different colors and sizes. Not that I have many masks right now, but I'm making them every day. I had 2 go out in the mail today. I've got 5 being delivered tomorrow. And 4 went out in the mail yesterday. I think people like them. I think the key is having a soft yarn. Okay, it looks like we're coming to the end of this shuttle, and I said we do the rest of this shuttle, and then we're going to wrap it up for today. But that'll cut down a lot on Saturday's weaving, and help me get a little, my brain into straight and in line. I think, okay, you're saying your boyfriend is suggesting that you do sell online. What harm does it do? I don't see any harm that it could do. Let's see, I'm trying to read what you said. I'm debating if I just want to do it here and there, or make it more a regular thing. Yes. Well, the nice thing is, okay, with my booth, she has up to 25 products. She doesn't charge anything. You can post 5 products for free, and it can be done. You can do a lot with that 25 listings. I found I haven't even gotten to, because it's 20, the first 25 is free. If you go up to 50, it's $10, $9.99 or whatever a month, and if you go up to 100, then it's $14.99 a month. That's so affordable for the number of products, where Etsy you get charged per listing, and then when you sell, you get charged a commission plus the credit card fees. She does not charge a commission. She does not charge. If you do the $10 or the $15, that's all you're going to pay. So it's not going to be 3% or 5% plus the credit card fee and all that stuff. That's what I liked about it. I really enjoyed the fact that I could talk to her. She would reach out. She's been very instrumental in sharing my posts and telling people about my business, which makes me feel really good. When I started doing the masks, she was posting on her Facebook page. She featured me on the website. She does things like that. I just found it to be very user-friendly. You don't use Square or PayPal. You use Stripe, which is very similar to PayPal or Square. But the first transaction took about a week to get the money to my account. After that, it's a day or two. So it works really smoothly, seamless. It's been really easy to use, and I've been happy with my e-booth. And you see, yeah, you have not participated in Etsy because you don't want to have to pay those fees. Check out my e-booth. It's definitely worth a look. I know there's only one other person in the Richmond area doing it. I think she's in Glen Allen. But she's only got like 65 vendors on there. So you're one of few people. So therefore, she features more. And then if you do create a booth or a shop or whatever you want to call it, and you tell her on her Facebook page, she'll share you. She'll let people know. And she's got like 700 followers on her page. And then I've discovered every day, post something. Tell people you're here. Just let people know you're here. And don't sell. You don't want to sell. You want to make friends. You want to get to know people. And that's the best part of all of this. I've gotten to know so many people through my Facebook page, and getting to know them through conversations and discussions. And some people will message me and we chat, and I love that. I've had so much fun with all this. And of course, I love my fiber art, and I should have pulled that down. So I'm going to cut it for now. What time are we looking at? Yeah, it's about an hour now. So I've been so glad you were staying with me today, and I will see you on Saturday. I plan on being here at 11. If there's anything you want to see me to feature as far as my products are concerned, let me know. If you want to see hats or woven scarves or children's hats or whatever you want to see, let me know so I can pull those out. Mother's Day is coming up, so be sure to think of Mom. Don't forget the dryer balls. Just tell me what you're looking for, because I do these lives. I have fun with these lives. I just want to see what people want to see. Let me know what you want to see. I want to make this fun for you too. So take care. Thank you for stopping in, and I'll see you on Saturday. Take care.